Hello guys, and welcome back to the Cedi Investor. Now in today's episode we are going to talk about how the Cedi fund portfolio is currently performing, and we're also going to go over how the Ghana stock market performed over the week. We had GCB going down and we had MTN now coming back to 3 Ghana cedis. So I'll give you my thoughts on that. Now if you are new to this channel, the purpose of this channel is to build a community of like-minded people who are interested in investing in Ghana and growing their wealth in Ghana. I'm also building a portfolio from scratch, so I'll be sharing my journey, and I also share financial news that could potentially affect our investment decisions. So if you are interested in those types of video, make sure to subscribe to this particular channel. Now before we start with this particular video, comment down below if you are invested in either GCB or MTN. I would really love to know. And if you're a new investor or someone who hasn't started with investing yet, comment down below what you think is the main issue preventing you from starting investing. I would love to know. Starting off with the Cedi fund portfolio, one of my purpose for starting this channel is to start a portfolio from scratch, and the goal is to outperform the Ghana market or the Ghana Composite Index. So we can see the performance right now. Looking at the graph, we are underperforming the Ghana Stock Exchange by I wouldn't say a huge margin, but currently, since I started the portfolio at the end of May, the Composite Index is doing about 2.5%, and the Cedi fund portfolio is doing about 1.5%. So we are currently underperforming the Composite Index, but hopefully as I continue to invest and I continue to refine my strategies, we'll be able to achieve our goal of outperforming the Composite Index. Now up next, we have some interesting moves that happened over the week. GCB is now trading at 9.4, 9.5 Ghana cedis, and it is down from 10 Ghana cedis at the beginning of the week. And this is very interesting because when you look at Ghana's banking sector, GCB is one of the strongest banks in Ghana. It has one of the highest net profits, highest revenue. It has a high capital adequacy ratio, and their non-performing loans ratio has just been coming down and down and down. So when you look at their earnings, GCB is performing massively well. So it's very controversial to see the share price coming down. Now, some analysts are saying that they believe the downtrend is because of profit taking, reallocation of capital from fund managers, and concerns about future performance when you look at the regulatory requirements that banks have to go through. Now, I do believe in some of the points the analysts made. GCB is up about 55% year to date, so it has had a massive rise. And yes, some investors will be satisfied enough to start taking profits. So I do believe that some of it has to do with profit taking. But where they talk about regulatory requirements is where I think I have a little bit problem. Because when you look at the banking sector, like I said earlier, GCB is one of the best. We have a lot of banks that are failing to meet or perform above the regulatory requirements that the BOG has set. Even looking at the capital adequacy ratio, GCB's ratio is one of the best in the industry. We outperforming a lot of banks. And even when you look at their Q1 2025 report, you can see that they are growing revenues, whilst even a company like EcoBank grew its revenue at a marginal rate. GCB, being one of the big banks, is still growing its revenue. So personally, I still believe in GCB, and I think that even though the price has gone up a lot this year, it's still very undervalued, especially when you compare it to other banks like Access Bank and Standard Chartered in the industry. So I'll be keeping a very close eye on GCB. I want to see how the stock is going to perform over maybe the next 2 weeks to determine if I should buy way more, because at the moment I don't have GCB in the Cedi fund portfolio, but I do have it in my personal portfolio. So I'll be placing this stock in my watch list, and should anything happen, I'll probably try and add it to the Cedi fund portfolio. Now up next we have MTN Ghana, and this is the biggest company in my Cedi farm portfolio. The stock over the week has now traded back to its normal levels around the 3 Ghana cedis mark. I was heavily buying it when it went to the 2.8 2.9 level. I was very confident that this stock is going to rebound, and we are seeing that hopefully it can go back to the 3.5 level. I think that's the level where I see MTN being fair value. And I already have my thoughts on MTN. I made a video about that. You can check it on the channel. Where I do think MTN, I wouldn't say is the stock that in the short term is going to make you the biggest capital appreciation return at the moment, but over 5 to 10 year period, I see it as one of the best stocks to own. I think when it comes to its earnings, its growth potential, there's no other company like MTN on the Ghana Stock Exchange. It's just above any other company. Now I don't want to make this video long, so I might make a separate video explaining my thoughts on MTN again, but it's just wonderful to see the stock trading back to its normal level. So that's it for today's episode. Comment down below what your thoughts are on GCB and MTN. If you're also interested in purchasing GCB and MTN or any other shares on the Ghana Stock Exchange, and you have no idea of how to go about it, comment down below. I would love to help you out. Like I said, I'm trying to build a community of like-minded people who are interested in investing and growing their wealth in Ghana. So I really appreciate it to help anyone when it comes to something like this. And also, if you guys have your own opinion on what I could change, even types of video I could make, I'll appreciate it. If you like this type of video, I'll really appreciate it if you could smash the like button, comment down below, and just subscribe to the channel, and also share it to people you think might be interested. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.